Time to peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Hello, and here we go. It's Thursday night in the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Indiana Pacers. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. A look at Indiana's starting group. They've got Joel Embiid, Lauri Markkanen out there with Zion Williamson. Then it's Trae Young, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Toumani Camara out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Damian Lillard. Then there's Mitchell, and it's Avdia in at the 3. And one thing we... expect to see tonight. Great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch.
Now here's Markkanen. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Camara with it. He's against Williamson. From deep. And it's Lillard, that time on the assist by Avdia.
Given how many deep shots we've seen Lillard hit, a three-pointer from just outside the arc feels like a mid-ranger.
Now here's Williamson. Really struggled in the loss against Houston. To the middle. Here's Embiid, the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
No surprise Embiid was all over that one. He's a tough guy to root out of there once he establishes position.
Portland moving it around. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. The rebound by Markkanen. For Indiana, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. Markkanen finds Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And there's the process at work. Embiid rolls off the pick and right into scoring position.
Lillard passes to Mitchell. There's a screen by Camara. Mitchell with the ball. He's picked up by Williamson. Mitchell's shot is good.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here's Embiid. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing.
You're trying to contest Embiid, and there often leads to the foul.
Indiana shooting their first free throws of the night.
Shooting for Indiana, Joel Embiid. Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
They're one of the most well-rounded players in the game. Embiid is also a top-notch trash talker, too. I mean, he knows how to get under the skin of his opponents.
And Embiid drops them both. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Well, a sharp start for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
DiVincenzo, pass to Embiid. And Gobert with a block.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert. So good at blocking shots. He just controls the paint.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Embiid. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
And the shot goes down. And it's 7 points for Damian Lillard.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
To the paint. Here's Embiid. And it's Portland with a rebound.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Outside Kamara. Lillard against DiVincenzo. Lillard passes to Avdia. Shot clock at 6. Picked by Gobert. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Williams grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Young looking over the floor. Back to Markkanen. Williamson for 3, and it's Gobert with a rebound. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's Mitchell, the miss. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
There's Young with the 3. He's off on that one.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Oh, nice shot by Lillard.
Well, you set him up, and Lillard will knock him down. Nice job being ready.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. Second, the Pacers. The Trailblazers, fourth.
Both teams were very aggressive defensively, and that led to a lot of steals and a lot of runouts.
Pacers trail by 5. Pass to Markkanen. Gobert against Embiid. Now Williamson for 3. DiVincenzo. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. DiVincenzo against Mitchell. To the left wing. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Offensive board. Indiana has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Williamson passes to Young. To end the drought. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Trailblazers lead by 5. Back to Avdia. From deep, Mitchell. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
DiVincenzo against Lillard. From 8 feet away. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Coach, the defense has been ahead of the schedule for Portland. Where do they take the next step in that regard?
Well, first off, BA, they can do much better on the defensive boards. Also, cutting down their careless fouls. Those are things they have to look to clean up.
And he knocks down the first one. Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
Portland making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Both free throws good from DiVincenzo. Well, a new era in Portland, Grant. Young, raw, and still finding their place.
Yeah, BA, they've committed to growing through reps and putting in the time. The victories are hard-won, but a foundation is being laid.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
There's Young with the three. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with the Trailblazers head coach. I asked him what he told his guys before going up against Joel Embiid, and he said, quote, "I told them to get into him. Always get a hand up and do your best to guard without fouling. Embiid excels at baiting defenders, but we can't afford to give him free points at the line." Back to you.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Mitchell. Coming off a terrific game against New York. Picked by Gobert. For 3, here's Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard. Pacers trail by 8. For 3, DiVincenzo. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard outside. Picked by Gobert. The shot by Lillard, no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Williamson, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
Trailblazers lead by 6. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
DiVincenzo, pass to Williamson. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Well, there's nothing you can do when Zion is at the rim like that. Impossible to move it.
Outside Mitchell. There's the triple. The Pacers pull it in. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. In for Portland, in for Indiana. Julius Randle's checked in for Joel Embiid. Pascal Siakam comes in for Williamson. And Murray subbed in for Lauri Markkanen. Here's Harper. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. Mitchell, good.
He's always a threat to bury a catch-and-shoot jumper. Mitchell doesn't waste time.
Siakam outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
The first one falls, And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, BA. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
That one misses.
And Siakam can score from all 3 levels, which is why this team leans on him to shoulder a lot of the offensive load.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Lillard passes to Gobert. Here's Harper. Pass to Hart. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Portland.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so it's Indiana with it, trailing by 8. Mitchell against Young. And there's the drive, and stolen by Gobert. Here's Harper. No points yet. Picked by Gobert. Pass to Harper. Clock at 6. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside. DiVincenzo. Murray up top. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. Randall deciding where to go with it. Siakam for 3. Lillard pulls down the board. Portland leading by 8. Outside Mitchell. Fires the 3. Gobert. Great positioning on the putback.
Pounding the offensive glass. That's where Gobert gets a lot of his extra chances.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Siakam. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Outside Young. 6 on the shot clock. Siakam against Hart. Siakam, no good.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
A nice shot by Lillard.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pacers trail by 12. Outside Young. Cash money on the open jump shot.
People say don't take those mid-range shots. Let me tell you, if Trae Young is shooting them, I'm okay with that.
From deep, Mitchell. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Randall outside. Pass to Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get off a shot here. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Lillard with the ball. Hart from long range. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in a good situation. Up by 13 points to close the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Portland?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Zion Williamson out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Young in at the 1. Reed, a screen on Young. Down low. Now Young with a steal. Pass to Siakam. Fades away. No good there. Nice D from Avdia. Trailblazers lead by 11. Here's Harper. Three-pointer sharp. Indiana with a rebound. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Siakam outside. Outside Young. The 3. Portland with a rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
Yeah, they were able to execute offensively in a hostile environment, which led to a lot of high percentage shots.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, man.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player. So it definitely runs in the family.
No good on the free throw. For Lauri Markkanen, a really talented scorer, Stan. How do you think he's fared with more responsibility?
B.A., I think he's done very well. He's a prototypical stretch 4 who scores at an efficient rate, and with his elevated role, he's just grown in his confidence.
Kamara, he's checked in for Hart, and he's good on the second. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because it's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Pacers trail by 10. Williamson passes to Young. Indiana again missing.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Sharp, no good. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Every team in the league is looking for a long, athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Back to you guys.
A good strategy. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Shoots over Harper. No good. A bit long that time. Trailblazers lead by 13. Pass to Reed. And here's Avdia. Here's Kamara. And it's all from three-point range.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And there's the lob. Harper pulls it in.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Nice D from Avdia.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Here's Harper. He's scoreless. Inside. DiVincenzo with a steal. The finish! Zion running wild on the break.
Well, DiVincenzo, great anticipation for the steal, turning defense into offense.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. checked in. Then for Indiana, Embiid comes in for Siakam, and it's Bay in for Markkanen. Lillard outside. Three-pointer. Lillard drains the outside shot.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Williamson outside. Five to shoot. Pass to Embiid. Reed with the rebound.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Apia from outside. And that's collected by Trae Young. Pacers trail by 14. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Embiid a screen on Lillard. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is the league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas were all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, B.A. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Oh, stolen by Embiid. Here's Young. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist.
The crisp mechanics of Young on display there. A guy who has his shot down cold.
Lillard passes to Mitchell. That three's off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Lillard. Avdia outside. Back to Reed. Lillard against Williamson. Here's Mitchell. Portland again missing.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Look at Young, making it look easy.
Well, he's lights out when he has space. Trae Young, one of the best shooters in the league.
Off the outside. On the wing, Mitchell. DiVincenzo covering. Mitchell misses. Pacers trail by 10. Williamson left side. Pass to Young. Lets it go from 11. The shot, no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
You know, off the court stand, Damian Lillard has another career going as a rapper.
Well, B.A., I've enjoyed a few tracks, though I prefer his performance on the hardwood, where his shooting and scoring do all the talking.
He's off in the first.
And even as he's aged, Lillard has shown that his shooting is something that will always strike fear into defenders. You can't give him any space.
Harper, he's checked in for Portland. Then for Indiana, Julius Randle's checked in for Embiid. And Murray subbed in for Zion Williamson. And he sinks the second. Pacers trail by 11. Stolen by Reed. Pass to Harper. Jacks up a three. Drops in the three.
And I like that Harper isn't a one-dimensional jump shooter. He can do it with a catch and shoot like that or off the dribble.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Here are your Blazers representatives.
our 2K leaderboard for assists. Numbers from the past month of play. Second, Trae Young. And, of course, Pascal Siakam.
Both guys are incredibly unselfish and make their teammates better. What more can you ask for?
Pacers trail by 14. Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Young from long range. Damian Lillard with the rebound.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Pass to Kamara. Now here's Reed. Lillard outside. From outside the arc. Can't hit that one. Indiana has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. DiVincenzo finds Young. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Randall outside. He shoots it. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. For 3, here's Lillard. They get the rebound.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Trailblazers lead by 14. Right side, Kamara. The 3 from Mitchell. Knocks it down from distance. Mitchell's got 17 points.
A volume shooter at the arc. Mitchell will rarely hesitate to take that.
Reed against Randall. Pass to Bay to end the run. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Lillard. To the inside. And stolen by Bay. Randall outside. And here's Young. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. 10 points for him.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continues to add to that.
Now here's Mitchell. 17 points in the game. Shot is up. Randall with some nice D.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
DiVincenzo finds Murray. Now here's Young. Back to Murray. The 3 is up. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Kamara. Fires from deep. The rebound by Murray.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Randall. Rebounded by Kamara. Kamara's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Mitchell. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
Yeah, just great focus from Mitchell. This is something great scorers like Donovan do.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And some changes here for Portland. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's Avdia in for Harper. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana. Markkanen comes in for Bay. That free throw is good for Mitchell.
You know, I've got 2 words to describe Donovan Mitchell. Dynamic scorer. You put this man in just about any situation, and he'll find a shot no matter what.
Markkanen misses.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync.
Oh, he is feeling it. 3 trifectas here in the second quarter, 4 already for the game.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Young, the pass to Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter. Lillard against Young. Lillard outside. Shoots over Young. The wide open shot is on the money. Lillard's got 25 points in the game.
and just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Trailblazers out in front, up 19. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. And Coach, I heard you talking to your team about closing out on shooters. What were the breakdowns that stood out to you in the first half?
Well, a couple of times there was an offensive rebound, and we just got to spray out and find shooters. That's one way that a lot of teams in the league are getting threes now. We just got to do a better job of finding those guys.
It's hard to be perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
And taking a look at the Trailblazers, they're sort of stuck in this same range, right in the middle, here in the middle of the season.
Middling overall, just like your analysis, Kenny. Oh, just kidding, my buddy. You're the best, or at least top 30.
Top 30?
That's saying
Top
something.
30?
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Trailblazers.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to root them out, yeah, Shaq.
Tough physical approach. We'll see if adjustments are made on the other side to try and counter that. That's what you were going to say, wasn't it, Shaq?
Yeah, I was asleep. I'm sorry, Ernie.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Damian Lillard.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And it's Lillard with the ball for the Trailblazers. Donovan Mitchell out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Toumani Camara. Then there's Rudy Gobert. And it's Avdia in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Now here's Embiid. Williamson outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside Young. Launches it. Portland with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now Mitchell. The three hits the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 23.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. You know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Now here's Williamson. Outside Young. From 10 feet away. He gets it in there. Young's got 12 points.
Nice work by Young. He can be a pest in there.
Young against Lillard. Outside Camara. 5 on the clock. Back to Lillard. And again, it's Portland with a three.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
The Pacers shooting only 31% in the game. Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Young. Williamson for three. Portland with a rebound. Lillard's got 4 rebounds in the game. Gobert finds Lillard. Outside Mitchell. 4-3. Joel Embiid with the board. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Markkanen, the pass to Williamson. Now here's Embiid. Kamara covering. For 3, DiVincenzo. Here's Embiid. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Yeah, when it comes to drawing fouls, Embiid is one of the best to ever do it.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
Take a break.
2 shots.
And he drops the first. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
And Embiid drops them both. Portland leading by 21. Just over 2.5 minutes going by in the second half.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Williamson outside. Fires the 3. Donovan Mitchell with a board.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
Lillard finds Avdia. They get it back. Lillard outside. Fires in the triple. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
It's time to get down. With your ass down, let's move.
Looking at second chance points last year. Here were the teams that did the most damage on the offensive glass. The Trailblazers in second.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
And here's Indiana now. Williamson outside. Markkanen left side. Let's go with a 3. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Lillard. Fires for 3. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Williamson outside. Here's Embiid, defended by Gobert. Left block shot on the way. The Pacers again can't hit.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Avdia passes to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside Young. Indiana again missing. Now Portland with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Right side, Kamara. Got it.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
They get it again. Oh, and a dunk by Embiid. Great game for him. Double-double now.
Woo, that was big time. I mean, a dunk contest finish from Embiid. This guy can fly.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Lillard. 37 points for him. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Zion Williamson is one of the most gifted athletes this game has ever seen, but now he's taken his commitment to conditioning to another level. He said, I definitely see the difference. I'm feeling like I don't exert as much energy to get to a certain speed. My movements are swifter. Guys, back to you.
A scary thought. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Pacers. Siakam, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And it's Bey in for Zion Williamson. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Outside Kamara. On the wing, Mitchell. There's a screen by Kamara. Unloads. Portland, no good that time either. And for the Pacers, they're shooting a low 28% so far in this one. Young, the pass to DiVincenzo. Bey with a screen on Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Rejected by Mitchell.
Excellent defense from Mitchell. His coaches and teammates appreciate his hard work.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
A line change here for Portland. Randall, he's checked in for Indiana. Keegan Murray comes in for DiVincenzo. There's Young with the 3, and it's Portland with a rebound.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
Outside Sharp. Clock at 6. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Keegan Murray.
And another exciting young player from Canada. Shaedon Sharpe is an elite athlete, and his overall skills are really improving.
That one's off. As Shaedon Sharpe continues to develop, he's proven that he's more than just a high flyer, Grant.
Yeah, we've seen the vicious dunks, but he's also got a pretty good touch as well. The upside potential for him is sky high.
He hits the second from the line. Much to the fans' delight, Stan, Shaedon Sharpe's dunks are already legend in some parts.
Well, B.A., he does stuff that makes you shake your head, and it gets a ridiculous amount of airtime. Certainly an entertaining young player to watch.
And here are the Trailblazers now. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Harper misses. Indiana on offense. Minnesota will be traveling to face him after this game. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Young against Sharpe. Looking to get back on track. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It goes on Shaedon Sharpe.
Yeah, and you know, Young gets to the line as much as any small guard.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Take a break.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Stan, there's always a lot of attention on Trae Young. What do you think his defining quality is?
Well, look, Brian, he's one of the premier facilitators in the NBA. Not many players have the timing he does. Whether it's a lob or off the bounce, his passes find the mark.
All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Here's Young, following the bucket by the Blazers. Pass to Siakam. Hart with the defensive effort. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for Portland. Harper passes to Sharp, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
So it's Portland now. Portland moving it around. From deep, Harper nails it from beyond the arc. Harper's got 6 points.
Yeah, from three-point range, Harper's a confident shooter. He can be streaky, but usually in a good way.
And that one's good. Young.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Here's Harper. 6 points for him. Reed to screen on Murray. Here's Sharp. Pass to Harper. Here's Reed. Here's Harper. And he hits it from 9 feet. Harper's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, sneaking around there down low. Dylan Harper got the bucket.
Tries the spin move. Young from long range.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Hart against Siakam. Hart passes to Sharp. Shot clock at 5. Reed. And the layup is good off the glass. He has 7.
And Reed is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Now here's Young. 17 points in the game. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
First personal foul. 4th team foul.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Trae Young at the line for 1.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for Young. Stan, you look at Naz Reid, he gives you some size, but he is a dangerous scorer, especially from the perimeter.
Absolutely, D.A. And also, Reid is one of the most entertaining players to watch. So many deflections, blocks, dunks, hits threes. He does it all.
From deep, Harper hits the trifecta. Harper's got 11 points.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
And here's Young. He's got 19. The 3 ball. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 11.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Pass to Sharp. Outside Eason. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Sharp. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long K.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Siakam looking it over. Over Hart. Siakam, no good. So it's Portland now. Pass to Eason. Here's Harper. Lets a 3 fly. Outside Hart. 3-pointer Sharp. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Sharp's gone 1 of 5 on 3-point tries. Murray from outside. Here's Randall. Soft touch off the glass.
Man, he is so tough to move inside. Randall going to work on the offensive glass and gets the score as a reward.
Outside Sharp. Randall with a steal. Oh, it goes he beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
Oh, man. That'll silence a hostile crowd.
Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for the Trailblazers. And he's hit 8 3-pointers. Strong shooting performance in this one. Back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. We've got Keontae George, and it's Randall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, the Trailblazers shooting a solid 47%. Outside Hart. Portland moving it around. Pass to Sharp. Launches a 3. And the three-pointer goes.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And so George will bring it up for Indiana. Defended by Eason. And here's Randall. Randall draws the double. Pass to Prosper. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. Prosper's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Sharp passes to Hart. Picked his pocket. George has the open look. Portland with a rebound. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Diabate. Checked by Randall. The shot by Diabate, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
For 3, Randall. Portland with a rebound. Pass to Harper. Back to Hart. Now here's Sharp. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
First one falls for him. One thing you hear coaches like Steve Kerr say, let's not gift foul calls that you'd never tolerate in a pickup game. You agree?
I absolutely agree, B.A., and I think Steve Kerr has gotten that across to the league and the way guys officiate now, and I think that's good. Let's call fouls when a guy's trying to score or trying to make an offensive play and we actually foul him. Let's not reward guys when their only objective is to try to get fouled, jumping into people and stuff.
To the wing, right side. Pass to McGowan's. Here's Prosper. Randall inside. He's against post. Randall, good.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Now here's Sharp. Screen by Hart. From behind the arc. Again, the miss by Portland.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Pass to McGowan's. To the middle. Here's Randall. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
And here's Post. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And that one is hammered home.
Either Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
Indiana's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. It's deflected. And they say that leadership starts at the top, Stan. How does great ownership and the front office permeate an organization?
Well, you're absolutely right, EA. Leadership starts at the top. And the best owners in this league go out and get great people, and then they empower them. They don't micromanage. They get people to work and use their expertise to build the organization. Well, this is why Georgia's coaches encourage him to keep shooting from deep, because they know he's only going to get better.
Pass to Harper. Cuts off the pass. And now Indiana on the fast break. Now here's George. Here's Prosper. Here's Randall. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Quentin Post. When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no question Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
And he makes the first.
Well, you like the steadying presence a guy like Julius Randle gives a team. He's a reliable and experienced player others can lean on out there.
Reed's checked in for Portland. Walter comes in for Sharp. The Pacers also with a sub. Williamson's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. And with top college players now getting big money NIL deals, the choice between that and entering the NBA draft has become a tough one, Stan.
Absolutely, B.A. Look, I think it's been great for both the NBA and for the colleges for guys to stick around, because the top guys are still going to come out. The guys who are going to be your top 10 picks, your lottery guys, they're going to come out. But the other guys who have nothing as guaranteed, they're going to choose to stay longer and develop. Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since the break.
Now here's George. Takes the 3, and it's Portland with a rebound. Reed's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. From deep, Harper. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here he goes. That shot missing. Eason with some nice D. Portland has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that. George with it. Now Randall. They double Randall. George for 3. Eason pulls it in. Reed for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, Stan, now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now, what do you think about it?
Well, B.A., I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving.
The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he makes both free throws. The Trailblazers have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Pass to Harper. This one for 3. On target from range. Harper's got 8 here in this quarter.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession. Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
From deep, Harper. Pacers with a rebound. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. Driving in. And that one's good. McGowan's.
Yeah, passing hasn't been a focus for Murray, but being able to participate in ball movement would be key for him.
Harper passes to Eason. On the wing, Bryant, defended by Murray. Down low. Here's Reed. Again, the Trailblazers, good for 2.
Yeah, really not where you expect Reed to shoot from, but he clearly made the right choice by taking that shot.
To the paint. And it's Murray finishing it off.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. From deep, Harper. Indiana with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Bryant against George. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Outstanding defense by Reed there. He understands the importance of protecting the basket.
Here's Bryant, and then Bryant with the dunk.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Here's George. Harper pulls it in. The Trailblazers have gotten 8 of 15 during the 4th quarter. And that one's good. Bryant.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Indiana's gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Outside Murray. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
So it's Portland now, after the basket by Indiana. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Indiana. Trae Young comes in for George. The Pacers shooting just around 45% on the 4th. Here's Young. Pass to Bay. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball.
Well, that last play pretty much sums up their effort in this one. Not good.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Eason, pass to Harper. It's rebounded by Indiana. Outside Young from the arc. And no good.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Throws it up high. Ooh, stolen by Murray.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Trailblazers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year. And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Damian Lillard.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
And the Pacers shooting just 34% so far in this one. And the dunk by Bay.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish, bringing it down with some attitude. Harper passes to Hart. Hart with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Harper, guarded by Young, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Harper.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Reed's checked in for Diabate. .30 seconds left in the game. Now here's Young. Pass to Randall. Shoots over Reed. Oh, and Reed with a block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Here is DiVincenzo. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game you've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Dame, for those of us watching, what does it feel like to be in a shooting groove like you were in tonight?
It feels like a workout. You know, when I'm doing my summertime workouts, even after practice sometimes, I'm just trying to get hot, you know, trying to get that rhythm. And that's what it feels like, you know, when you hold yourself to that standard of just making shots, being consistent at it and just getting hot, you know, and that's kind of what it felt like.
I can guarantee you none of our workouts feel like that, but thanks for the show tonight, Dame.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Damian Lillard.